That sound is not from a horror film. It is Saturn itself, translated from radio waves into something human ears can understand. A planet so far away that sunlight takes more than an hour to reach it. Yet somehow, it feels alive. For centuries, we called Saturn the most beautiful planet in the solar system. A golden world wrapped in rings, a perfect jewel floating in blackness. But that beauty is the disguise. Saturn is not gentle. It is a spinning giant of hydrogen and helium, rotating so fast it crushes itself wide at the middle and flat at the poles. Its winds scream faster than hurricanes. Its storms can swallow worlds. Its gravity can tear moons apart and turn their remains into decoration. If Jupiter is the king of planets, then Saturn is the lord of all planets in shadow and silence. A beautiful ruler, a violent one, and the deeper we looked, the more terrifying it became. Start with the rings. From Earth, they look smooth, almost peaceful, like glowing roads wrapped around the planet. But fly into them, and the illusion dies instantly. The rings are not solid bands. They are billions, maybe trillions of icy fragments, stones, dust, and frozen debris. It is not a halo. It is a cosmic blade. A storm of ice shrapnel stretching wider than the distance from Earth to the Moon. But in places, thinner than a building. And the most disturbing part? Those rings may have been born from catastrophe. Long ago, icy moons may have collided, shattered, or drifted too close to Saturn's gravity. One world became debris. Debris became rings. So the crown we admire today may not be jewelry. It may be a graveyard, a dead world, still orbiting the planet that destroyed it. But Saturn's horror doesn't stop at the rings. Look at its North Pole. Nature loves curves. Clouds swirl, storms spiral, winds bend. But on Saturn, a storm forms a shape that looks impossible. A hexagon. 6 straight sides, a geometric wound at the top of the planet. This is not a mark on the surface. Saturn has no surface. It is a storm system wider than Earth, locked around the North Pole like a symbol carved by something ancient. At the center sits a dark vortex, an eye, a spinning mouth of clouds and pressure, staring into space for decades, maybe centuries. No city could survive inside it. No ocean, no mountain, nothing human. And then, every few decades, Saturn changes its face. A monster storm erupts from below the clouds. Astronomers call it the Great White Spot. But that name is too calm. This is a planetary outbreak. A storm so massive it can wrap around the entire world. Lightning flashes inside it with power far beyond anything on Earth. White clouds rise from the deep, spreading across the golden atmosphere until Saturn looks infected. For a moment, the jewel becomes a ghost, and you realize something. The calm bands we see from far away are only the skin. Beneath them is a machine of heat, pressure, and violence. But Saturn does not rule alone. It has an entire kingdom of moons, prisoners, survivors, secrets, and one of them looks almost too familiar. Titan. Titan is bigger than the planet Mercury. It has a thick atmosphere. It has weather. It has rivers. It has lakes. It has rain. From far away, Titan feels like a second Earth. But step onto it, and the lie becomes deadly. Titan is Earth's nightmare twin. A world that copies the shape of home, but not the mercy. And then there's Enceladus, a tiny white moon, bright and frozen, easy to ignore. For years, scientists thought it was just another ice ball. Then Cassini saw the scars. Long blue fractures at the South Pole. They looked like claw marks. And from those wounds, Enceladus was bleeding into space. Geysers of water vapor and ice shot hundreds of kilometers high. A frozen moon was spraying pieces of itself into the void. That should not have been possible. But Saturn's gravity bends and squeezes Enceladus as it orbits, warming its interior. Beneath the ice is a hidden ocean, liquid water, salt, organic molecules, heat. The ingredients that make scientists stop speaking for a second. Because under that shell, in the darkness, something could exist. Not monsters, not cities, maybe only microbes. But even one living cell would change the story of humanity forever. And to learn all of this, one machine had to die. Cassini reached Saturn in 2004. For 13 years, it orbited the planet, watched its storms, flew past its moons, tasted the particles from Enceladus, and showed us a world more complex than we imagined. But by 2017, Cassini was running out of fuel. If it crashed into Titan or Enceladus, it could contaminate worlds that might hold life. So NASA made the only choice it could. They sent Cassini into Saturn. On its final day, the spacecraft dove between the rings and the planet, then plunged into the atmosphere of the giant it had studied for years. It kept its antenna pointed at Earth until the last possible moment. Then Saturn crushed it. The pressure rose, the heat grew, the signal vanished. Cassini became part of Saturn forever. But Saturn is also dying in its own way. Its rings are temporary. Slowly, gravity is pulling that icy crown down into the planet as ring rain. One day, the rings will fade. The most beautiful sight in the solar system will disappear. So remember this, Saturn is not just a planet. It is a warning. The universe can make violence look beautiful. It can hide storms behind gold. It can turn a shattered moon into a crown. Saturn is beautiful, but beauty is not safety. And in the cold dark beyond Earth, the most stunning things are often the most dangerous. And if Saturn's dark side pulled you in, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, is Saturn the most beautiful planet in the solar system? Or the most terrifying?